Hello everyone, how are you all doing? We just kicked off our first partial solar eclipse in Taurus just hours ago. I was just wondering how you all feeling. If you don't know much about it, that is totally fine. And if you're interested, I just did a video about it explaining the astrology of this eclipse for us. What might it bring up for us? Because remember, it is a new moon, but with on steroids. So it will be interesting to see how it unfolds, and it will typically unfold things for us in the next 6 months. So don't worry if you don't feel like anything happened at all. Again, everyone feels and sense energy differently, and not every single one will be feeling those energy or having a lot of things going on. It depends your own personal natal chart as well, so you will have to look into that. And if you want, I'm always here to help you to do a consultation about that. I hope you have been enjoying the pool party at Pisces, because guess what? Starting this week, things is going to take a little bit of a shift. Planets will start moving out from Pisces and ingress into Aries, which is the next zodiac sign, and it will definitely bring up a different kind of energy for us in this coming May or so. So we do have a lot of astrology going on in May, so it's going to be a busy month. So a heads up for Aries babies as well. If you feel like Aries season wasn't quite your season just yet, don't worry. Planets are starting to move into your sign one by one. So for Aries, for people with a lot of Aries in their natal chart, there's a possibility that you might feel like you're having another Aries season going on for you. And of course, everyone will be feeling this energy as well. And I'll share with you all as the time comes closer. So let's take a look now for this upcoming week from May 2nd to May 8th. What can we expect from the planets out in the cosmos and how this might affect us? And then we'll follow up with a collective tarot card reading to review more messages and guidance advice from them. So let's start with May 3rd. Well, more like May 2nd, but really late, just after midnight on May 3rd, 12:10 Hong Kong time. And it's going to be May 2nd, 12:10 p.m. Eastern time, so adjust the time according to your location. Venus is going to leave Pisces, the sign that she's exalted in. She's entering Aries, so it's gonna get hot here. So Venus will be in Aries from this time until May 28th. So around the whole May, we'll be experiencing this new type of Venus energy. So as we all know, when Venus was in Pisces, it's a more softer energy. It is inviting us to really just enjoy and indulge in all things Venusian. It can be those art, music, poetry, or simply just anything that brings you joy. And it can be a little bit different to everybody. And it can be a bit quite dreamy, and for some even romantic too. And so what kind of energy will Venus in Aries bring up? Well, Aries is the sign about me, right? I am is Aries mantra. So when Venus moves into Aries, is suddenly asking Venus to really focus on herself. Not so much about everyone else. It's like, what about you? Well, yeah, some people might feel there's a sudden urge or strong need of needing to take care of themselves more, loving themselves more. It's all about self-love, and I'm all for self-love. which is a good thing for us, for all of us, is to always remember, no matter how many roles, duties, responsibility that we have in our life, to all our external relationships, it is always very important to take care of yourself first. If you can't even love yourself, take care of yourself, fill your cup first, how are you supposed to give to others, right? So I love that about Venus in Aries. So Aries is a cardinal fire sign. It is that initiating fire power, right? So maybe during this period of time, for some people, you might finally have that courage and bravery in you that you're going to review your heart, to go flirt a little bit, to chase, to put yourself out there, to initiate or to review your heart to that special someone. Maybe that special someone you have been eyeing on for quite a while already. Maybe it is you're in an existing relationship and you're just turning on that heat a little bit more this month. And for some, it might be just you kind of being more I don't want to use the word aggressive at all, but it is for you to just more willing and have that courage and readiness to put yourself out there. And it doesn't have to be romantic at all. It can be just spending more time out in the nature. It might be you reaching out to your friends, family members, or so on and so forth, to meet up, to go out and have a coffee, or go out and do something, or just catch up on the phone. So maybe this period of time you might feel a little bit more social than usual. We also have Gemini in Mercury, so there might be a strong urge for you to go reach out to people you haven't been talking to for a while, or something like that. But also, there's always a light and dark attributes to all energy. So we don't want to just talk about the light. We also want to talk about the shadow, so that we can pay attention to those as well and know how to work with the energy. And Venus in Aries also talks about something other than love, because people always tend to just focus on one thing, which is love, which is all good when we talk about Venus. But Venus governs also, all our external relationships, our money matters, anything we find beauty in it. So for example, you have been eyeing on this piece of furniture for a long time, or any kind of big purchase or things like that, and maybe finally this month you're just gonna go do it and go get that thing, right? And maybe go sign up for a course that you have been wanting to enroll for so long. And Aries also governs our head, so it can definitely be a time when you want to just change up your style. Maybe you're going out for a new hairstyle, new haircut, a new color. Maybe it's you trying out a new set of cosmetic products or skincare products to change, or for some, maybe it is to alter your appearance. So whatever floats your boat, right? And of course, when we talk about the shadow attribute, it can be Venus in Pisces can be very impulsive. So because it's a cardinal fire sign, so sometimes maybe you did not think it through. You went out, you dye your hair blue, and you regret it right away. Or you chop off a big chunk of your hair and you totally regret it. It can also be in relationships, of course. It can be maybe you revealing something too much, too fast, and you regret it. I mean, it can totally be getting into conflicts or situations that you might regret. So really do watch out, because you can tend to be a little bit more impulsive, more hot-headed, hot-tempered. So if you feel that you're around there, then just try to calm yourself down, take some deep breaths, and just try to tune into a more calm environment and just come back to it later. And for some people, if you have already been experiencing some fire within certain relationships, whether it is with family members, friendship, or your romantic partner, maybe this is the month where you guys will just also need to face the truth and address those issues, problems, and conflicts. And of course, it can be a time where either people will get together or they will just break up. It happens like that when Venus is in Aries. But just make sure you think it through, and no matter what it leads to, it is for everyone's highest good. And on May 4th, well, for some it might be May 3rd, but we will have Jupiter in Pisces having a sextile with Pluto in Capricorn. Pluto just started his retrograde journey. Pluto is the planet of purge and growth, transformation, death and rebirth that we all go through in our lives. And it is about asking us to slow down, to go within, to connect with ourselves at a deeper level, to look at our own shadow, the deepest, darkest corners of ourselves, in order to know ourselves better, in order to purge whatever it is that we need to in our life, so that we may transform and continue to grow and evolve into a better version of ourselves. And this is a very, very supportive and beautiful energy, because Jupiter is that benefic energy that will be able to be supportive and assist you through that process. So I find that day very beautiful for everyone. And also just hours after that, we have another aspect going on up in the sky that is kind of related as well. It is Mars in Pisces sextile Uranus in Taurus. So this is a more electric fire aspect. Again, Mars is that action-oriented sign, but when he is in Pisces, he's a bit more toned down, less aggressive. He's taking action based on being still, listening to his intuition, to be less impulsive and more like going within first and really listen to what he truly wants before he takes that action. So in a way, I feel like these energy can be really quite supportive. While Uranus in Taurus is that electric planet that brings in sudden change and shifts, surprises. So in a way, this aspect might, for some, speed up that process of wanting those change that they have been wanting to make, and just really go for it. And for some, it can be because Uranus talks about your higher minds too, and since Mars is in Pisces, it is that intuition based action as well. So maybe it is you receiving some aha moments, light bulb moments, or just revelations within. Maybe it is regarding to yourself, because Pluto is at play here as well. So maybe it's about your own inner growth, your own spiritual growth, or just about yourself. Something about yourself. Maybe that day you're being called to look at and just do some radical change about it. Maybe even breaking free from some self-sabotaging behaviors or some limited belief thinking, because we also have Uranus, which is the planet of rebellious, right? So all these together, I do like this day for us a lot. So if you have been feeling that, or if you have been doing work about yourself around those areas, this might be a really good day, or a day of your breakthrough. So that is a really good day. And on May 5th, 5-5, just talking about the numerology 5-5, which signifies changes, the aspect resonates with it as well, because that day we have Sun conjunct Uranus in Taurus. So it is magnifying, the sun is shining the light on this planet in Taurus, that is all about changes, all about radical change, sudden shifts and surprises. So who knows, maybe for some you might receive some kind of surprise communication from others, and it can be internal. It can be just yourself having that moment of suddenly realizing something in your life that you want to do, you want to break free from, you want to change, or something like that. And I feel like in a way, all these aspects this week are mainly kind of just coming out from this solar eclipse that we just had, because that partial solar eclipse is kind of initiating that spark for us. Something in life is going to start or change. Something about your life might start taking shape in the months to come. So if you are starting something, if you are planting new seeds or setting intentions about certain things in life or certain areas in life, this coming week, of course, you're still feeling that intense energy from the eclipse, and also with this aspect, it is totally supporting you to do that. Maybe it is asking you to take this week to have a deeper look within different areas of your life, that maybe perhaps it is time to do some changes, reorganizing, declutter, or purging, or just asking yourself, what is it that you want to change in your life? Maybe you're ready to dive into the next chapter of your life. What is that to you? So it can be something like that. On May 6th, we have Mercury in Gemini having a sextile with Venus in Aries. So, hot topic. Just kidding. It can be a day where really for some it can be some steamy conversation, or for some heated conversation. Again, it can go either way. And Mercury is already in the shadow energy of Mercury retrograde in Gemini. So even though Mercury is in his home sign, being able to shine all the energy out, we still have to slow down, make sure we communicate clearly, and we think before we speak. Otherwise, on that day, you might get into some heated argument or conflicts with people. And Venus is talking about all those external relationships you have. For some, yes, it might be, whispering sweet nothing, or it can be about some very romantic conversation. And for some, it can be very heated conversation. So pick your poison that day. And finally, on May 7th, we have Sun in Taurus having a sextile with Mars in Pisces. So again, this is a very good day to take action, very supportive in whatever it is that you want to move forward or take action upon it. And with Mars in Pisces, it is also maybe about you listening to your intuition and following that gut feeling that you have to take inspired action and to act on what it is that you want in your life as well. So I know it feels like a very busy week that we are packed with aspect almost every day, but at the same time, I feel like all this aspect is sort of related to that partial solar eclipse that we just have, and this aspect is supporting us to find out what in life that we want to change or want to take a new direction, or to make some change or shifts within it. It can be an area or particular area of your life. It can be your life path or just life in general. You're just taking a more deeper look within to see what areas in life is needing a little bit of renovation, or even just totally fresh up to another direction. So I hope this message helps. Let's go to the tarot card reading now. Hello everyone, welcome to the tarot reading for the collective for the upcoming week, May 2nd to May 8th. So all the cards have been meditated and shuffled already. And again, remember, this is a general reading for the collective. It will not resonate with everyone. So just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you're interested to do a personal reading with me, all my informations are in the description box below. So let's see what message, guidance, advice does spirits have for us this upcoming week. All right, let's see. Oh my God, look at this. Okay, the first message that is coming right in my face is, well, I guess some of you, a group of you, really enjoying life, huh? Because I see that this week, as I just shared in the astrology part, Venus is moving into Aries. And not all is going to feel this energy, but for some, definitely, you are being very flirty. For some, you're really putting yourself out there, meeting different people. I see that this message just for maybe small group, I don't know, maybe for a big group. For some of you, you are really being very active in the dating pool, and maybe perhaps this week you're finding, or maybe that's happened already, I don't know. I mean, time is linear, right? But definitely I can see that this week for some of you, you're going out on dates, and for some it is with different people. And while one person can be quite passionate, the other person seems to be more emotionally available. Who to pick, and for some, he might be, not, gender is not specific here, it's just the energy. And for some, you can even have, options to pick from. And you want to know who can truly bring in everything that you want. Not just the passion, not just those, sweet nothing that he's able to, or she's able to whisper into your ears, but actually a person that's stable, that's able to offer you emotional stability. Also, just mature enough, and overall just, everyone's career criteria is different. But I see that for some people, you are really taking that time. You're not rushing, because now you know yourself better. I think after being through that Venus retrograde in the beginning of the year, especially, now you really know what you want in a relationship. And you're not just gonna rush into some, short casual relationships. You really want something that has potential to grow in a long-term stability. So you are taking your time, and you know your worth. That is the biggest message here. You know your worth. So that's why, even though you might have more than one suitor coming after you, you're not just gonna jump the gun. You are really going to take that step back to really see who truly match your vibration and your desires and needs in life. And if you are not, well, I guess this is a message to you that if you are really out dating there, I see that, for some people, you really are wanting to meet a person that will be able to match your vibration. Well, then ask yourself, what do you truly want in a relationship? Is it just some hot passion that's going to burn out really fast? Or is it someone that's able to give you that stability that you want in life? So for this week, someone is having fun. Someone is questioning what they truly want in life, in a relationship. But overall, I do see, people enjoying themselves out dating and having a good time. And if it's not dating, I'm seeing another message coming in is recently you might have been thinking a lot about your life path. Maybe for some people, maybe it's just in life in general. What does it that you truly want in life, the stability that you want in life, what does it mean to you? Because everyone's definition is different. For some, it's very simple. It can be, I just want a simple life. You know, I want what truly makes me happy. And everyone's definition of happiness is different. Some seek to have a lot of financial stability. I need a lot of materialistic things in order to bring me happiness. There's nothing wrong with that. Everyone's preference is different. But for some, it is not about the material possession you have in life. It is what really brings you that joy, that happiness in life, because you don't want just material wealth. There's more into life that you're seeking. So maybe for some this week, you're really thinking about that. And definitely seeing that Pluto energy, that Aries energy is showing up super strong here with those fire. Because, I mean, Aries major arcana came out, and from this week onwards in May, the planets are going to slowly move into Aries one by one. So we're definitely feeling that fiery energy coming more out and front for us as well. And for some people, I think the partial solar eclipse really gave you a revelation, whether it is within, or maybe someone delivers some sort of news, or you receive some sort of communication, and it really shakes the ground for you. It really shakes up maybe an area of your life, even your whole life. And it is bringing in some clarity for you. Maybe an event took place, or just a knowingness, like a revelation, that now it is asking you to just have to face your own shadow. What is the shadow within you that even you don't know, or even you're scared to look at? Well, this week you're being invited to really just sit with it. And I know sometimes it is hard to really go down to your own underworld and to just look at yourself at the most rawest naked self. But one thing you have to remember, the ability of you to be vulnerable is a superpower. Never ever think that is a weakness. In order to be powerful, it is to be vulnerable, to look at yourself at that deepest, rawest level, and to look into the mirror and admit who you are, what's your desires and wants and needs in life, and have that knowingness, right? And really take charge of that, own that, and know that if you can face your own shadow, there's nothing else in life you can't face. So for some, this is really that week that I think that solar eclipse hit you hard, and just bringing up something for you to look at, which is really good. I mean, kudos to you, and I'm all in for that always. We're always changing, we're always evolving, and the more we can connect with ourselves at a deeper level, it is the deeper that we can also meet others in life. So that is a very good message. And another message is that for some people, I think maybe it is this partial solar eclipse, or maybe just around this time, you are thinking about setting a new intention or planting a new seed in a particular area of your life. I think that everyone's human story is different. I think you are having a better understanding of a certain area in your life that really needs some kind of change. or maybe it is you that changed, your belief system that changed. And now you're really taking this week to go to that deeper level, to ask yourself, what is that change you need? And push yourself. Well, maybe it's probably the energy of this eclipse and this weak aspect is going to help you propel forward to start heading to that direction that you truly want in your life. You know, maybe for some it is about doing that big move to another place. Maybe it is changing career path. Maybe it is, you know, switching job, or it is looking at something that you have been questioning about yourself and realize that, hey, I need that change. I want that change. So how do I do that now? Because this is the life that I want. This is the direction that I want to head towards. So let's see, how do I get there? This might be, for some people, come in really quick and you're just gonna own it and go for it and just take that action. And for the other group of people, it is more of a okay, now I know, well, let me make this plan out, plan this all out, and set all these little steps that can help me get there. And there's nothing wrong with either way. I'm just seeing this message coming out quite loudly for some people as well. And just a side note, I don't think this is a big message for a big group of people, but I do see that there is about a small group of you dealing with relationship with your father, or your father figure person that's in your life, that maybe there were some falling out. And I think this week you guys are going to communicate that, or just start to, you know, have that initial communication to really maybe review how each other feels, and do we want to mend this? How are we going to do that? I see that for a small group of people as well. Ooh, okay, a lot of message coming in. So let's get more cards from all these oracle decks to see what other message that we can get. I'll get all the cards out and we'll talk about it. Okay, all the cards are out, and oh my God, look at the card that came out for us. What did we just have yesterday? Well, actually early this morning, just hours ago, it's not even a day yet, we just had our partial solar eclipse in Taurus, and it is the new moon eclipse. And guess what? Here we have new moon eclipse. Expect powerful change. Wow. Oh my goodness. And guess what? In 2 weeks, we are going to have our second eclipse, which is the full moon eclipse, the lunar eclipse in Scorpio. And full moon in Scorpio came out. It's time to release negativity. So, you know, it's very interesting that both eclipses came out, this energy came out during this reading. I think this is spirit message to remind us that, well, can you see what is wanting to start in life? What is that seed that is being planted around this time in your life? Is there something brewing in you that you want to start? Or it can be something that you want to change about yourself in life, whatever that means to you. Everyone's human story is different. Well, that requires you, whenever we want to start something, we want to change something, we want to initiate, or, you know, whatever it is in our life. Often we find ourselves, well, if I want this, then I might have to let go of that, or I might have to give up something, right? If you want to switch a job, you have to give up the job that you have right now, right? If you want to go and change your life path, there are adjustments that need to be made. There's give and take. So this full moon in Scorpio is asking you to question yourself. Well, when I want to get from point A to point B, I need to look in between. What are the changes? What is the shifts that I need to make? Maybe there's something in me that I need to change. Maybe this is about me changing the surrounding for myself. For some, it can be, oh, I have to move to somewhere else. Oh, I need to maybe stop doing this more and start doing something else more, right? So I think this question is going to pop up for many people around this time as well. And the third card we have is nothing is yet set in stone, which just beautifully connect everything together. Nobody is going to know what is going to happen, what's the outcome, what is going to happen in between. So there's always possibility of changes. There's always twist and turn. But one thing for sure is knowing what is it that you want and just start taking those steps towards it. No matter how big, how small you want those steps to be, right? Guess what card came? Take a leap of faith, grasshopper spirit, which just go nicely well with that new moon, that solar eclipse that just happened. Sometimes it requires us to take a leap of faith in life in order to get to where we want. And it is about you willing to do that, right? When you feel ready to do that. And then we have snake spirit, time to heal. Woo, 55, which is all about changes, right? And here it is talking about that scorpionic energy. For some, during the Pluto retrograde moment, it is asking you to slow down, to spend more time with yourself, to go within to process everything that it is that have been happening during the past few months, to see if there's anything you need to readjust, to change, or whatsoever. It is also asking you to connect with yourself at a deeper level. And sometimes for some people, it is to heal certain parts of ourselves or with somebody or certain areas in our life, right? So the Pluto retrograde that just started is going to allow us to do that. And then we have Nightingale spirit, love is all around. You're never alone. Remember that. And Venus is going into Aries. Of course, love is all around because it's going to be fiery, right? I just talked about that. So that is coming out for that. And now we have another 5. 41 breaks down to 5. So feel like there's going to be a lot changes going on this month with all the planets shifting signs as well. So, and also with that eclipse season that is happening and is going to, bring in changes and things moving around. So all this card is just resonating with all the planetary movement energy that we're experiencing. So that is really good. And then from the Oracle deck here, we have birthing a new age. It's that new moon solar eclipse energy again. Birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. And it is talking about that, Mars in Pisces sextile the sun. It is talking about the sun conjuncting Uranus as well. All those different aspects coming in this week for us. For some of us, it is really about you connecting with yourself at a deeper level, right? Your intuition, your higher mind that is communicating with you to let you know what is it that you truly want in life. And while it may sound woo-woo to some, it totally makes sense to some other people. This week, for some people, it is really you being open to connect with your spiritual guide, to connecting yourself with your spiritual side more, to go in a deeper level if you do have spiritual practice, and you seeing that light, that path that's in front of you, right? Answer the call for some, maybe. So this is very beautiful. And I am just going to share the guidebook message with you here as well. for this card, birthing a new age. Often our path is exactly the one that we don't feel prepared to walk. Walk it anyway. Often what is rising feels far bigger than we could possibly hold. Be a container for it anyway. Often our creation seems to have a wild, uncontrollable consciousness of their own. Birth them anyway. Often what is ours to do is the very thing that most intimidate us. Be courageous and do it anyway. We are birthing a new age. Right now, we are in a transition period between ages, in the process of allowing old cycles to fall away and the new ones to arise. Like driving in the fog and trusting the road will appear ahead, we need to release old identities and ways that no longer serve us, using our intuition as a compass. You are part of a group of souls that have been incarnating at significant periods of history, preparing for this exact time, dreaming a new world into being, such as daughter of Isis, Madeleine's sisters, priestesses, witches, mystic, healers, seers, artists, midwives, visionaries, guardians of the earth, and storytellers from the time past. It is time to give permission and space for what is beaconing within to be born. We are dreaming a new world into being. Wow. So I think for some, you're really feeling it this week, especially maybe the partial solar eclipse opened a portal up for you. And this week, that Sun conjunct Uranus is really going to speak to you more. And for self-care oracle card, we have a beautiful possibility. Focus your attention on what could go right. When you lean to imagine the best case scenario, you get to enjoy and experience twice. It's all about the mindset, all about trusting the possibilities, right? So I hope this message helped. In any shape or form, feel free to comment below. Let me know what you think. And I'll see you here again next week. Have a good week ahead, everyone. Bye.